Today we'll be going to Martin Creek Lake State Park, located in the East Texas beautiful pine forest and situated on a 5,000-acre lignite coal power plant lake. This lake, Martin Creek Lake, which was given to the state park system in Texas in 1976, featuring a camping island. One of only two, I believe, state parks that has an island within the park. That island is accessible by a long pedestrian bridge. Now to get there, let's say you're coming from Dallas. Take I-20 east toward Shreveport. Once you get to Tyler, you're getting close. By the time you get to Kilgore, you'll want to watch for the signs that say Martin Creek Lake State Park. And 25.
That is the island.
sat 40. 41 on the right. 42 on the right. 43 on the right. Sat 76. In the woods, really nice sight. Sat 75, nice sight. On the other side is the water side, 74 on this side. And there's sat 46 over there, the woods behind it. 47 with the Jeep. We covered that long. 48, I guess. 48. Sat 50. Probably trash. Well, there's your sights right there. 51. These are the pretty ones. 51, 52, 53, fantastic. 54, I believe. And we kind of lose sight of the lake and go back to just kids. There you go. Okay, when we got here to Martin Creek Lake, the weather was not cooperating with us. It was going to be in the 20s. We have not normally ever gone out in freezing weather. And I'll have to admit I wasn't all that thrilled about going out in this freezing weather, but as hard as it is to get reservations anymore, we just went in and took our reservations and went out. I did empty my tanks. I emptied my water tank, onboard water. I did leave the water in the lines and things, and I put a little water in our water tank, left a little water in the water tank. I did not hook up the park water or the hose or anything like that. I just pulled up there and plugged in the electric was all I did. And so we did that for like 24 hours of freezing weather, of which we survived, and the RV survived okay. I did leave my hot water heater on, which I usually don't do, but I did leave the hot water heater on during that time, and it cycled off and on and kept that water warm, and we had water, and we had enough water for food and for drink and for sewer. We used our sewer sparingly. We were across the street from the park bathroom, so that worked out well. What do you do when it's cold and it's freezing and it starts raining and it does all that muck on your camping trip? Well, we stay inside, watch a little TV, listen to a little music, do a little reading, and I watch videos, maybe even edit a little bit. So that's what you do, and then you just go on. Oh, it looks a little smoky. So you're the park lady?
Kind of.
Kind of?
I'm the volunteer.
Volunteer? Whoa, volunteers are good.
Yeah, volunteers are good.
Good.
The park man.
You're
He's the park man. She's the park host.
She's the park man?
What's your name, sir?
I'm just a volunteer.
I'm just gonna look and see, huh?
What's that?
And
I
it's
want to show you my
Texas.
little tool here. I bought this one at the Army Navy store. When we do our cooking here, this is going to be really, really hot. So you don't want to get too close to the fire, because sometimes you'll be doing it with a wooden fire, not just charcoal. So this little tool can be used to put the lid up like this.
What's in that?
It's our cobbler.
Oh, cobbler. I like cobbler.
Well, it's
Or you can use
cherry,
this to pick the whole thing up like this.
cake mix and Sprite. That's what's in there.
Well, that sounds good.
So I have 3 of these, and what you can do is when you get your charcoal, you'll have some charcoal briquettes on the bottom, then you'll put some on the top, then you put another Dutch oven on top of that, and you can actually stack 3 of them and cook 3 different things at one time.
So you're the park guy. So we're here at Martin Creek, and we have, this is a cooking thing?
This is one of our, what we call interpretive programs.
Oh,
It's, we do all kinds of things throughout the month. We'll put on special classes.
yeah?
After this, we're going to have story time.
Oh.
We'll be doing story time. And we have things like earlier today, we had kid fish.
Good,
Fishing with the kids.
good. That sounds good. What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I'm the lead ranger here at Martin Creek.
All right.
Jimmy, Ranger Jimmy will be
Ranger Jimmy. All right, great. Well, that'll be cute. That'll be just real nice.
We'll have story time here in a little bit, and you can get plenty of video of that.
Story time.
Another adventure my wife and I did pretty recently is we backpacked across the Grand Canyon. So that was pretty exciting. In the Grand Canyon they have pink rattlesnakes, because rattlesnakes and the other animals adapt to their environment, and there's a lot of pinkish type color of the rocks and everything in the Grand Canyon. So the rattlesnakes over numbers of years have become pink colored. So,
Wow, that's weird.
I think it's because how they're cutting them, so getting onto their skin, that it's kind of getting them turning pink.
yeah, another thing is they adapt to their environment because their predators can't see them, right?
Wow.
Oh, that got my face.
In Texas, there's a state park called Palo Duro State Park, and Palo Duro is the 2nd largest canyon in the United States. And we've been there twice. One time it was freezing, and the next time we went it was 115.
Were you here last night?
No, but I understand.
It was freezing here last night.
What's that?
I said I still get red dirt out of camper.
From Palo Duro? Oh yeah. I guess the farthest we've been is there's a state park in the Franklin Mountains in El Paso. So it's kind of desert.
Nope.
The good thing about Texas state parks, they have you can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the desert, or you can come to the woods. So,
That's right. And you can sometimes have summer, spring, fall, and winter in just 24 hours or less.
for sure during this week, it's been a little bit of everything.
See there, it's so cold the fire don't even want to light.
That's right. Fire doesn't even like that cold. So are you a cast iron man?
Well, I was a scout leader for about 40 years.
There you go.
And We did lots of those. So I'm not in any club. I know some people are in the cast iron club, and those people can do wonders with cast iron. I'm just an amateur.
I used to go camping with him. Did a lot of crock pots, that kind of cooking. Man, yeah, he would make biscuits in the morning and all kinds of casseroles.
I like. We've seen. You'll see a little program tonight. One of the things is about a cougar. We've seen 3 cougars in Texas state parks. So.
Which parks were they?
One was out toward Paladera at Copper Break. Yeah. And then we saw one in Central Texas, and then we saw another one somewhere else. But pretty big, scary critters. We'd been hiking one day, and we finished our hike, and we were driving out the little old road, and this right where we had been hiking, a cougar walked right across the road in front of us. He probably had been tracking us all day. Not really, but
Not really. Okay, span it.
it's good.
It's not without ashes.
No, my kids, little man.
Oh, that's one.
Get around, don't you?
Well, we kind of looked up. We've been traveling state parks for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and it became an open spot. We like to travel to the hill country a lot, and we're from East Texas, so just picked the spot up here.
A lot of people, they come to this point. A lot of folks do, and I'm glad they do. Did you walk?
I got here in my 99 F-150.
There you go.
That's specific.
You're the park lady?
You think about this area.
Volunteers are good.
Hey, 13,000 years people have been living in this very area. Now it's been sparsely populated. Probably wasn't even as many as folks that we are here. They just scattered around. It wasn't until about 1,300 years ago that you had this group of people they call the Caddo. Anybody know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Caddo?
Caddo Indians.
Caddo Indians. They lived around here. Today I guess we call them
Native American.
Native American. Well, even that's not right. They're the First Nations people. That's it. But the Caddo lived here. What the Caddo did was they become a more civilized people. They did hunting and gathering, but a lot of them took up agriculture and farming, growing their own crops, growing their own livestock. Brought a lot of culture to this area. But they weren't the only ones that lived around here. There was also Cherokee Indians that lived here. There were Shawnee Indians that lived here. It could be pretty wild at times. But they didn't know what us white men looked like. They only knew their people. I told you earlier what my name was. How many remember?
Trammell.
Dusty Trammell. That's right. Dusty Trammell. Anybody know my uncle, Nicholas Trammell?
No.
I didn't think so. He died a long time ago. Nicholas Trammell, well, let's just say he was a scoundrel. Okay? That's the best way to put it. He believed in getting out and doing things that other people didn't want to do, but he'd take your money too. He was a big businessman.
I see by the emblem on your shirt that you're a park guy. Good.
Down to Texas, it was the
Let's get you one of these GoPros. They're the good stuff. So what do you do? What do you do when it rains and you're in the RV spot?
Isn't that where they're at?
Right around.
Now then, there are people who have been to Martin Creek Lake and experienced Argentine ants. They're small, they say they don't bite, but they are invasive and might get in your camper or your trailer. If it's summertime, if it's warm weather when they come out, I would take some sort of a barrier product to put around the tires, your water hose, anything that touches the ground to keep them from coming and invading your space. Also, did I mention this is a power plant lake? As you can see, it does put out some pollution. It also is noisy. So, if you're looking for pristine nature sounds, then you're not going to find it here. It's a great park. It's beautiful. It's great. I'll be back, but I will bring ants barrier bait, and I will come with the expectations that you're going to hear in the background the power plant. Again, great park. Hope to see you there.